I'm gonna
Captain
start.
Falco's in, you mean Brawl? Or Melee? Oh yeah, it's been like a crap ton of times since I played Melee.
Alright, gonna run through some more quick. We've seen the trailer for Fallout New Vegas. A lot of mixed reactions about that. Not a lot of fans of the Fallout series. He laughs. I liked it. It's a great game. A lot of fun.
Justin, you're gonna come up here?
Capcom's doing Dead Rising 2. The first one was okay, discouraging at times. Capcom also announced Marvel vs. Capcom 3. You know, play the fighting games.
Played it on the PlayStation 1 back in the day. It was a lot of fun.
Now you're into a fighting game called Blaze Blue.
Yeah.
I want to sit down and do a review of that. So stay tuned for a possible review of Blaze Blue. And then
and Bioshock 2.
Bioshock 2, Left 4 Dead 2. We got a bunch coming up.
Left 4 Dead 2 was horrible. Number 1 was so much better.
I feel they're the same.
Yeah, they're both pretty equal. I just like the new zombies they had.
I didn't even get to run.
EA announced Bulletstorm, Dead Space 2, and then EA Sports MMA.
Is he gonna have Gina Carano in it?
Is he a UFC fighter?
She.
Is
AKA Crush, American Gladiators.
she MMA or she's not UFC then, is she? No.
It's MMA.
Well, then she'll be in it, I'm sure.
I can't wait. That'll be the only reason I buy it.
With EA Sports MMA, they're finally releasing a mixed martial arts game when they wouldn't release a UFC game. I mean, you can look up the stories on that.
Too violent.
Too violent. Now they're doing their own MMA. Look up the stories, Google it, you'll find out the full story. I'm not going to explain it. Konami, this company is falling apart by releasing Saw 2, the video game.
Oh God.
I thought Saw 1 was kind of cool. It was challenging.
It was okay.
It's challenging to get achievements by walking around.
Yeah, I did notice that. You just randomly get achievements.
Yeah. You walked in the room. Congratulations.
Yeah, it's like, whoop, okay.
I thought it was a better game than I thought.
If you're a really big fan of the movies, play the game. You're not gonna. I mean, you may be disappointed, but it's okay. LucasArts, The Force Unleashed 2. That should be, hopefully it's good. He mentioned, the doing.
I'm a Star Wars geek.
Yeah.
I love it.
We've seen Sega, the company that went bankrupt. They're doing finally. Sonic is back to the platformer. Sonic 4, Episode 1. So finally, Sonic in his true
I'm not sure
form
I'm
again.
excited about the episodes part, but Sonic was awesome back in the day.
I love the music.
Yeah.
Sonic is awesome.
And the casino board.
Speaking of Final Fantasy, Square Enix announced, which has been announced for a while in the showcase, Final Fantasy XIV, which is online, available on the PS3 and PC. We don't know if it's going to be like 12 or you have to pay extra money to play it online. I'm assuming so, to make more money. Why wouldn't they?
If it's an MMO, they probably will.
Which let me segue to a comment you mentioned earlier about UFC 2010. With that paid thing, it's $4.99 to play online.
An additional $4.99?
Yep, you buy the $60 game to play online, it's $4.99. But
Wow.
Justin.
to do that, well, you can play online, do exhibitions, but to play ranked and tournaments and whatnot, you have to pay the $5. And the cat is unplugging.
Yeah, I was wondering what's going on next.
So that's right there makes me not want to.
Are you sure?
I'll play exhibitions. But I'm not going to pay $5 extra on top of $60 to play online.
Resident Evil 5 made it. You had to do it.
Really?
That was for their multiplayer mode. They released that after, but it was only like a couple weeks. So you knew that it was pretty much done. They just wanted to milk a little bit more money out of people.
Oh, yeah.
That's garbage.
I don't really even know anyone who bought it.
Oh. What in the...
We also heard Guitar Hero Wars of Rock. If you're a fan or a friend of mine on Facebook, I posted some tracks that have been released on it, so check that out. I'm not going to go too much into it because it's another Guitar Hero game. They're really not doing much to it.
3.
Not good at those.
I thought they were doing more of a story for it than they have in the
They've
past.
tried with stories, but have they really been successful?
Well, it's...
All we can do is
You're a
cross the
band.
thing. Yeah, that's the thing. You're a band. You go through the ups and downs.
Yeah.
Alcoholic, they add that to the game. That'd be sweet.
Guys
Which is a
hanging
story.
out of the...
Start over. Your character has died.
What they need to do is make an M-rated Guitar Hero Rock Band. And really have,
Groupies.
They're not gonna
like it's a mini game to have, push buttons to make them. Anyways.
Travis!
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
saying.
I didn't
You're
say it,
worried
I'm just
about
saying.
me saying your name on YouTube, but you can do that. Like,
I didn't say
You want a
anything.
button mash
This
to
could mean
get
anything. This.
Hey, Grand Theft Auto did it.
Like, Grand Theft
Hot
Auto,
coffee.
hot
Hot
coffee.
coffee?
Don't turn
I also
Guitar
had
into
the
a one-handed
unfortunate-
video game.
What? Well, I had the unfortunate in GTA seeing a penis. You know, I played the
Oh, yeah, the game
Lost
Ballad
and
of
Damned
Gay Tony.
expansion. No,
I thought it was like Ballad of Gay
it
Tony.
was the biker one. Come on now. Let's see who else we have. Microsoft Fable 3.
Sweet.
It's gonna be awesome.
Anyone else like the Fable series?
I love Fable 2.
I love it.
Number 1 was awesome. I never owned it, but I borrowed it. Almost beat it, but my friend took it back and then treated it like a chode.
Say hi, by the way, you're on YouTube.
Hey Jeff.
There you go. Now you said his name and he didn't even know his name. Now he knows. The thing I like about the Fable series, I'm a bandwagon jumper with this series. I didn't play the first one. I played the second. I really liked the ability to buy properties,
Yes.
have sex, get STDs, and
That's Erica's favorite part.
Make babies.
I'm a floozy.
what?
Make babies.
Make babies, and then they follow you around and you don't want anything to do with them.
You should be able to kill them.
You should, yeah, you can't kill children in that game.
Yeah, yeah, because it's
There's not
wrong.
really many games you can.
That's wrong, Travis.
That's wrong. There's a lot of things wrong in gaming, but they still go. Like, isn't it? What about that Japanese game? Talk about that.
That's
called?
the Japanese.
What about the squirrels
They're
game?
straight.
Where you pull things up with squirrels.
Squirrels.
You can do what?
It's like a squirrel game where you can blow things up with squirrels.
No, there was a
Conquer?
squirrel where you played as
Yeah.
a squirrel called Conkers. Yeah.
Hey,
That was
Worms
awesome.
is a fun game.
Worms.
Worms Armageddon 2, that was awesome.
We've seen the trailer for Gears of War 3. I'm excited for that to finally get more of a story. Hopefully they tell a backstory, because in the first one, if you remember, he was rescued from prison. But they really don't talk too much about why he was in prison.
Because they don't talk about that anymore.
It's irrelevant.
You're supposed to forgot. You forgot about that.
I forgot about that,
Yeah. He doesn't remember.
You watch
how it
wrestling. You're
happened.
supposed to forget about stuff.
Yeah. And they were enemies, now they're friends. It's okay.
Yeah.
He ran over his mom, but it's okay now.
That's what friends do.
They've forgiven each
Friends
other.
We're talking about wrestling right
Yeah, we went into that. Let's get away from
now. Oh, Undertaker's in a coma.
that. Nakoma. We got it. I didn't watch SmackDown.
It's like soap operas.
That's how they-
Whenever
that's how
wanna
they
get rid of
spun
them,
it.
They just put them in a coma.
And they're pushing Kane for you.
Whatever.
His brother.
That's an exciting
Microsoft is also, we've already seen the beta, millions of people played it, Halo Reach. We've already talked about it, you know, people are excited, so we don't need to...
You know what my
too
question
much
was for you?
What?
I believe Call of Duty came out
I'm so confused.
3 months after Halo 3.
Halo 3 came out the end of September, I believe it was like the 24th or 25th, 2007. And I actually
COD4.
finished the campaign that first night, I did an all-nighter.
Alright, but I'm just asking you. COD4. 3
Came
months
out in
later?
November. 2 months later.
2 months. Don't you feel like that game's a lot more evolved than what Halo was when it came out?
No.
Really?
Okay,
I
pick a
don't.
car and hit yes.
You can't really say evolved.
The
because-
graphics were way better
but
for 2 months.
It's Bungie though. They look from 2 to 3. And I mean, you can even do the comparison. Call of Duty 2. The graphics were still good. I don't know. I'm sorry. The graphics aren't bad in Halo 3. They're a bit blocky at times, but they're not bad.
It's like you telling me Final Fantasy VII has good graphics.
The game was supposed to be in the 64.
Yeah.
It does not have
It
good
was-
graphics.
His elbow's about this big.
Yeah.
And his
That
sword.
was
That's why it looks so
the
different
time.
from when you're traveling around versus in combat.
Yeah.
How did you do favorite single player at all?
I'm not sure. I don't know. It's been a while.
Let's switch.
Talk about a couple things, then I want to go into the final discussion on this. MTV Games, they announced Rock Band 3.
Sorry.
Another